July 2nd, 1937. The sun is just breaking over the horizon. Somewhere over the endless blue of the Pacific Ocean, Amelia Earhart's voice crackles over the radio.
We must be on you, but cannot see you. Gas is running low. Been unable to reach you by radio. We are flying at 1,000 feet.
In every direction, nothing but water. She's in trouble. What followed would become one of the most enduring mysteries in aviation history. A disappearance that sparked the largest search of its time, fueled decades of speculation, and left us with a haunting question. How could one of the most famous pilots in the world vanish without a trace? And here's the chilling part. There were moments that could have saved her life. Moments where a single decision or a small correction would have changed everything. Before we begin, if you love uncovering real-life mysteries and untold stories, hit that subscribe button now. Every week we dig deep into the most puzzling disappearances, cold cases, and strange events from history. And this one might just be the most famous of them all. By 1937, Amelia Earhart was more than just a pilot. She was a legend. She'd already crossed the Atlantic solo, set speed and altitude records, and broken barriers in a male-dominated field. She wasn't just chasing personal glory. She wanted to inspire, to push boundaries, and to prove that women could stand equal in the cockpit. Her final great ambition, to become the first woman to circumnavigate the globe by air. But not just any route, she chose the longest possible one, skimming close to the equator. It was a bold choice and a dangerous one. Especially the last leg, crossing the vast Pacific Ocean from New Guinea to tiny Howland Island, a mere speck on the map. Lae, New Guinea, July 2nd, 1937. 10 a.m. The Lockheed Electra, specially modified for long-distance flight, roars down the runway. Every unnecessary ounce has been stripped from the plane. Passenger seats? Gone. Insulation? Removed. The fuselage is now a flying fuel tank because she'll need every drop to reach Howland. Her navigator, Fred Noonan, sits beside her. His task, guide them across 4,000 kilometers of open ocean with only the stars, the sun, and radio bearings to keep them on course. Finding Howland will be like finding a needle in a haystack. But the plan is in place. They'll use dead reckoning, calculating their position based on speed, direction, and time. But dead reckoning isn't perfect. Strong winds or slight errors in heading can throw them far off course. That's where celestial navigation comes in. Noonan can use the sun and stars to confirm their location, and most importantly, they'll be guided in by radio signals from the Coast Guard cutter Itasca. Just minutes after takeoff, Lae's radio operators notice stronger than expected headwinds. They try to warn Earhart. She doesn't respond. It's unclear whether she didn't hear them or if her receiving antenna was already malfunctioning. This detail will become crucial. Hours pass. They approach the halfway mark near where the ship Ontario is waiting to transmit a signal for Earhart to home in on. But a last-minute miscommunication before departure meant the Ontario never sends the signal. One of their backup navigation aids is gone. Earhart's Lockheed is equipped with several antennas, including a direction-finding loop antenna. By rotating it, she can find the precise direction of a radio signal, a vital tool for locating Howland. But here's the problem. The loop works best on low frequencies, and a pre-flight mix-up means she has the Itasca broadcasting on a high frequency instead. High frequencies bounce off the atmosphere, arriving from multiple directions. The null point she needs to find a bearing simply won't appear. She also removed her trailing wire antenna, needed to transmit on low frequencies months earlier to save weight. This meant she couldn't send signals that the Itasca's direction finder could actually use. In short, she could hear them, sometimes. They could hear her, sometimes, but neither could get the exact data they needed. As dawn breaks, Earhart's transmissions are clear. She reports being about 200 miles out, asks the Itasca to take a bearing on her, and whistles into the mic as a signal. But they can't get a fix. Wrong frequency. Then comes her most famous message. "We must be on you but cannot see you. Gas is running low. Been unable to reach you by radio. We are flying at 1,000 feet." Itasca's crew scrambles to send her instructions, but if her belly antenna is damaged, she's not hearing a word. At 8:43 a.m., her final known transmission. "We are on the line 157 to 337. We will repeat this message. We are running north and south." And then, silence. The Itasca launches a search immediately, scouring the seas north and west of Howland. Soon, other Coast Guard and Navy ships join in, as do aircraft. For over 2 weeks, they search 250,000 square miles of ocean. Not a single piece of wreckage is found. The cost? Around $4 million, nearly $100 million in today's money. The mystery grips the world. Newspapers speculate wildly. Some believe she crashed and sank. Others claim she landed on an uninhabited island and died as a castaway. More elaborate theories suggest she was captured by the Japanese, or even that she returned to the US under a new identity. Looking at the evidence, most experts agree. Earhart likely ran out of fuel searching for Howland and ditched at sea. The radio errors, wrong frequencies, missing antennas and misunderstandings stripped away her safety net, leaving only visual navigation in a vast empty ocean. Could she have been saved? Absolutely. A working low-frequency transmitter, a correct broadcast plan, a functional receiving antenna, any one of these could have led her straight to Howland. Amelia Earhart's disappearance wasn't just the result of bad luck. It was the product of small mistakes, compounding at the worst possible time. It's a sobering reminder that in high-risk endeavours, success isn't just about courage or skill. It's about preparation, communication, and making sure everyone involved understands exactly what's at stake. And sometimes history turns on the smallest of details. A misheard message, a missing wire, a frequency set just a little too high. If you found this deep dive into one of history's greatest mysteries fascinating, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Next week, we're investigating another case where a single decision sealed a shocking fate, and you won't want to miss it.